Nice fish. This is going to be a pack dump of this Yakoda Supply convertible pack. I just got this. I had it on the stream for the first time yesterday. I really like it. Perhaps down the road I'll do more of a long-term review, but for now this is going to be sort of a total look at everything I carried yesterday and how it worked. Starting on the outside, this is a Zoleo satellite communicator. I really like this. I take it in the backcountry every time I don't have cell service because I got a wife and kids and they need to be able to reach me. The thing about the satellite communicator is you can't have it inside the pack because then it can't see the satellites. It doesn't take much to disrupt the signal. So I like the fact that this has lash points and I can keep it on the outside. Secondly, let's look at the rods. So I took 2 rods with me yesterday. The places I fish are canyon streams, often overgrown with trees. Sometimes there'll be enough room to overhead cast, but that's pretty rare. Sometimes you get to a big pool with space, and for those times I love this. This is the Nissen Airstage Fujiu Japanese rod. It's a 360, which is about 12.5 feet in a 5.5 flex. The extra reach is really great when you get to a big pool or if you're at a lake or something. I can easily cast a 15-foot number 3 level line with this, no problem. So you really got nice reach. It's a beautiful rod. It casts wonderfully. And the 5.5 flex really makes, I mean, most of the fish I catch in my local streams are 12 inches is a big fish. So it really makes the little fish fun to bring in. With a rod that's stiffer, it's just not quite as much fun with these little fish. So I love the 5.5 flex in this rod. The second rod I bring is the Dragontail Foxfire because it's a very short rod. It's also very flexy because it's fiberglass, so it's very fun on these little fish. But this tiny rod allows me to do little casting when there's tons of trees. I usually put a 12-foot line on this. It's really good for even bow and arrow casting if you're going under some overhanging brush. I really like this rod as well. On the bottom of the pack, there are 2 sets of loops, which are sort of the perfect size to thread a Tenkara rod through. And you can thread it through here, but the drawback is they don't have any grips on them. And if they did, it would be hard to thread them through. But so the rod will slide back and forth and could slide out easily. So a solution to that is to use these Bongo Ties. Bongo Ties are just like pretty much heavy duty rubber bands with this little toggle on them. So I tied, just threaded one through itself there and one here, and you can wrap it around the handle, and then the little tie at the end makes it secure right there. And then the friction on this heavy duty rubber band keeps the rod from sliding back and forth. So the combination of the tie and these straps makes them very, very secure. And so you can carry 2 rods on the bottom, no problem. Next, on the outside, then this outside pocket, we got hemostats on a little zipper, and then nippers here. These are both from Dragontail as well. But I like them inside because I don't like things jangling around the outside of my pack too much. Then on the outside here, I've got lip balm, a thermometer to take the temperature of the water, and a little fly box that's a repurposed Altoids tin with a 3D printed insert that you can get on Etsy. But this is great. Oftentimes, this is all the flies you need if you're just going for a couple hours or a morning. Next, let's talk about a net. I don't like carrying a big net on the way to the stream because I often find that I'm bushwhacking through trees and a big net just gets stuck on things sort of no matter how I carry it, unless I have it in a backpack, which is, a much bigger pack than this. So the solution to that I found, first of all, I've got the net tether on a little carabiner here, but this is the Daiwa folding net, and it folds up, and on the way to the stream, you can put it right there, put it actually in the pack, and I replaced the inner net. The inner net is not of that high quality, and it's not rubberized, so this measure net I thought was cool to try out. You can measure the fish just by looking down in the net, numbers on one side, numbers on the other, 4 + 4 is 8, 4 + 6 is 10, etc. But the measure net fit perfectly on this Daiwa folding net, and so once I'm on the stream, I might just use the magnetic snap here and have it just hanging if I'm not traipsing through brush. But if I am, and even if my pack is full, I rigged up a tiny little strap here, and what you can do is you can fold up the Daiwa. There we go. So you can fold up the Daiwa, and the pouch it came with I found to be cumbersome to get on and off. It didn't come out of the pouch very well, especially this measure net, which is more mass and also it's stickier, so it just didn't come out of the pouch very well. But here you've got the tether, so if it ever falls off, you're not going to lose it. You'll feel it falling. But I rigged up this strap right here so you can put it like this and secure it with the strap. And then if you have a fish on, you've got your right hand with the rod in it, and with your left hand you can easily swing the pack around and quickly just release the net and take the net out and get the fish. So that is really great. I really like that. It's a smaller footprint net. I gotta figure out how to fold this better. It's gotta be, there we go. Takes some getting used to. This is only like the first week I've had this, so you can have it clipped right there. It's out of your way, it's on the pack. This net is sticky, so it's really pretty secure there, no problem. All right, so far, even in this dense brush, the rod tips out. On my back, I was worried the rod tips would snag, but I can ride with it, rod tips pointed forward. Watch out for this pole, and easily just guard it with my hand so nothing snags. So then looking at the other side of the pack, I carry this. I found it to be very comfortable with the waist strap and also the shoulder strap. So the shoulder strap kind of over one shoulder, and then the waist strap. What I really like about this waist strap is that the strap slides freely in these straps here. If you have a pack where the waist strap is attached to the pack, then you have a lot of friction when you're trying to swing it around to the front. Here, the fact that this slides easily makes it swinging it around super, super easy. So I really like that. And then you've got more lash-on points, so you can easily put little carabiners here to put a sunglasses case or something. The one thing I wish this pack had was like an easy grab handle. So if it's just sitting there, I want to be able to just grab it, and probably I'll end up putting a little piece of cord or something between these two just to make a little handle to easily just grab it, because I end up just grabbing the whole thing or grabbing this and then it flips over. So if they had a little easy grab handle, that would be great. I also bring this is Chicken Tramper Ultralight gear. It's made for backpacking, but this is just a phone pouch. I had been carrying my phone just in my pocket, but then I would get a little aggressive in the weighting. I would end up with, well, like the water line would creep up all the way to my pocket and I'd get my phone wet. So I put my phone in here. It's easy to get it in and out with one hand if I want to take video. And that's a nice little pouch. You can also carry some stuff out here, so that's good. All right, let's go to the inside. In here, it's big enough for a whole day's worth of gear, which is great. I've got a water bottle, which I find I never drink enough water when I'm on the stream because I'm too busy fishing. Then a little waterproof case for my iPhone. I like taking underwater videos of fish releases. Then in here, I've got all my little different reel setups or line setups. So I really like these double-sided slim line holders from Dragontail. So I've got like a 10-foot line for really short, and a 12-foot line here. With some Kabari on there, and this is the 15-foot line. I was throwing a little bead head, sort of hare's ear, in a deep pool yesterday. Some extra line carriers, just little slim ones from also from Dragontail. Then once I'm on the stream and rigged up, I like these on rod, just wind up the line on the rod to move from place to place. But it does give some memory to the line, so I don't like to store them on that. Then also I've got a little knife. This is just a pocket knife. It's a Benchmade Mini Bugout, weighs like 1.8 ounces, but it's nice to have a pocket knife. Also got some bug repellent for the black flies or mosquitoes, whatever you happen to have. This is a Sawyer bug repellent, and I've got some duct tape wrapped around it because you never know when you need duct tape. Then on this side, we've got number 3 level line, 5X tippet. That's what I've been fishing lately, and I don't feel the need to bring other sizes. Where I go, I'm kind of like, I know where I'm going, I know how big the fish are. If I was going somewhere where that was new, I might bring some other options. And then this is my other fly box. Just got a little Japanese wooden fly box, just with different Kabari and any other flies I might want, But honestly, that little fly box with the Altoids tin, the Altoids mini tin, is usually more than enough. Then sometimes I throw a little power bar in if I need a snack. And then I have a little sort of emergency kit in here. I'll show you what's in there. Headlight in case you get caught out in the dark. Sunscreen. Inhaler because I'm an asthmatic. Little first aid kit, which includes some Advil, some anti-diarrhea pills, because if you've ever had diarrhea in the backcountry, you know these are gold. Some folding scissors, some bandages, some water treatment tablets. I always bring water treatment in case this 500 milliliters, if it's a hot day, this is not going to be enough, but if I'm on a stream and I have water treatment, I can just fill up the bottle from the stream and drink, so that's great. I also have a little tiny notebook and pen, because you never know when you're going to have to leave someone a note out of cell service. So that's a little first aid kit. Then here I put the fishing license, maybe a credit card, my ID if I want to bring that stuff. And this is the water treatment. This is Aquamira. So you mix a couple drops of one, couple drops of the other, and it makes a purification solution that you then put in your water, wait 15 minutes, and it's safe to drink. So that's great. So you don't have to carry a lot of heavy water. Just carry a tiny little thing of purification tablets. And then just some cord. You never know when that could come in handy. And that all fits in here. And I think that's about it. There's not a lot to show. It's a pretty minimalist setup, but I gotta say I really like the design. I especially love the way it can carry this net, because I don't have a huge net banging around as I'm approaching the stream. But then once I'm in it, I can just use this magnetic thing, you know, easily just snap it back on my belt, leave it hanging while I'm fishing, and then if I move to a new spot, I can store the net like this and quickly get it off. So yeah, loving this pack so far. Maybe I'll check back in for a longer term review, but for now, 2 thumbs up. All right, come here, bud. Wow. Beautiful. All right, here you go, bud.